Two podcasters in the modern day are suddenly whisked through time and space to a world known as the Ghetto Era, an alternate timeline of Japanese history where hip-hop meets feudal Japanese culture. Watch as the nonchalant Silly Cujo works hand in hand with the energetic Juice Lee in order to spread the word of the legendary Cuban Links. Yo, what's good? We in the building, ladies and gentlemen. It's the legendary, invincible Cuban Links podcast, and it's your boy Juice live with it with none other than Mr. Gasser Trash himself, Mr. Midoriya, Mr. Harlem's own, Clutch the Boy Wonder. Yeah, I did my research. I did my
Googles. I appreciate that, man. We out here, man. What's good, everybody? You know what I mean?
Yo, you ready? I'm ready, man. So
I'm ready to do this shit.
And that's what I'm talking about. So what I did for you personally is I made 3 tier lists. 2 of the tier lists are going to be Gas, Pass, or Trash. I know Gas, Midoriya, or Trash. And then the last tier list is going to be a little treat for all the New Yorkers out there. You know what I'm saying?
I bet. I can't wait. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to get to the news. Let me get that started out right now. And this one, right. Oh, hang on. Switch it over. There we go. And boom. All right. So, hang on. Yep. As a gaming aficionado yourself, I know you're very hip to like what's going on in the gaming world. So the first piece of news is a little son. The Warrior Cats books are officially getting a major video game adaptation. So in this case, Aaron Hunter's iconic young adult book series, Warriors, is finally getting its first major video game. And I was actually checking out some of the gameplay. Let me see. Got the trailer right here. Boom. All right, the trailer's on IG.
Okay.
And then let me see. Hang on. Did I set to enable sound yet? Probably not. Hang on. I'm gonna stop the screen just so I can make sure I enable sound, and I'll put it right back up.
All right, sounds good.
Cool. Let me see. Yep, allow, and then and then storing, and then we should have it to where there's a sound option. We're just going to bet that there's a sound option. Let's go. Let me see. Yeah. All right, and then we're back at it, and then let me see. Can you hear?
Yep, I can see it. I can hear now.
Perfect. So to turn that down a little bit. But yeah, it's strategic turn-based combat. It's looking pretty fire, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like look, I'm gonna put it like this. I grew up on turn-based, so anything that's turn-based like really interests me. It's giving me like that old school vibe of like, you know, the Legend of Dragoon days, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 8, 7, those turn by turn tasks. And I love that shit. I be having talks about this shit with my friends like in the Discord in my village and shit like that. Like, you know, because some of them like, you know, the action RPG, and I fuck with that. I fuck with the Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that. But traditional strategy, turn by turn, it's something soothing. I'm playing 9 on my Vita right now, so I fuck with this, and I like the art style of this. Yeah,
right. It's super smooth and all that. And what I like the most about it, I like the music, honestly. Like and even the font, it's giving Final Fantasy. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Hang on, let me see. Oh, it's just gonna loop. But yeah, I can't wait to see how this turns out. And even better, you get to create your own cat. So players get to create their own cat and choose a clan, and then embark on an original adventure through the plains, forests, rivers, and swamps that generations of readers have come to know and love over the year. And so here's some of the examples. You can get the markings down right. I'm sure you can probably get the colors. And so in this case, Warrior Cats is being developed by Trailmark Games, an IP-focused developer based out of Minnesota, best known for titles like Cruis'n Blast, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade: Wrath of the Mutants, and The Walking Dead: Streets of Survival. Okay, so they got a little skin in the game. While Clans of the Forest is technically the first full-scale Warriors game published on major consoles and Steam, it isn't the first officially licensed one. Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition, an RPG that similarly lets players create their own cats within the world of the books, was released on Roblox. So they've been doing this. And honestly, I never read Warrior Cats as a kid, so I honestly didn't know anything about this. But I think that But honestly, I'm excited for something new because I'll be honest, like I'm tired of like the same old, same old. So I really have high hopes for this. And apparently, this Disney also confirmed that there's going to be an animated series that's adapting this, and it's an active production with studios like Original Force behind God of War, Black Myth, Wukong. They're animating the show. And then they're also working with AC Bradley, who's behind Miss Marvel and the What If series. And they're also working with El Guiri Studios behind Star Wars Visions.
I got some high level behind them. Yeah.
No, for sure. They got some high power. And I have high hopes for this for sure. I hope that this doesn't let me down. Yeah. Next piece of news is Captain Tsubasa World Fighters. There's the official Spain versus France match gameplay trailer. Now, Captain Tsubasa is a game that's a series that's near and dear to my heart because when they did the remake by David Productions, the same dudes behind JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, dog, they took the drama of soccer and took it to 11. I don't know what this ad is, all that, but yeah, here's some of the gameplay. Let me see. Let me turn it down a little bit. It's looking kind of good. I ain't gonna lie.
All right.
I'd really just see how the players enter and all that. Okay.
Oh, it's cell shaded. Okay, I ain't mad at it.
Very.
Whenever I see cell shaded, I expect high level gameplay. It's a lot of.
Oh no, for sure.
Rigging the models and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I wholeheartedly agree. I think that cell shading usually leads to like a fire product. Like best example of that, the Ultimate Spider-Man games. Oh no, not Ultimate Spider-Man. Yes, Ultimate Spider-Man, yes, and also Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah,
the cell shading in that game, masterful.
Yeah, it really was.
I do like how they like really take their time with the introductions of the characters and like how they like set up like the formations.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna skip ahead and let's see some like actual gameplay.
All right. Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Yeah, look at the detail on that.
Nah, this shit look right.
It's real good. Like, and even better, you can see like the
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see like the pass lines and all that, bro. Like it's actually pretty good. Oh, this is actually pretty good.
Nah, this shit look aight.
With the roulette shit? Yes, sir. Oh yeah, this actually kind of hyped to death. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. I'm not even a soccer nigga like that, but this shit look aight. It got a little Mario Strikers vibe to it too.
Exactly. And like, as someone who's played like the first Captain Tsubasa game, this is a step up from the original. Like the detail, the added elements of like being able to see your pass line, and like the fact that there are animations for everything, even volleys and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, this is some new shit, bro. Like this looks really good. And so far, and it's dropping this month, August 28th, for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and for Steam. So
that's
if y'all try to get in on this, like
my only question is it crossplay?
I hope so, because I think I don't think the last Captain Tsubasa wasn't crossplay at all. It was mostly like local stuff. Oh, we got some comments. Hang on, Hey,
what's up, Lizzie?
Shout out Lizzie. Shout out the Goddess of Calamity. Hey, shout out the homie KJ Smooth. We in the build. Come on. What up, y'all? We good. We out here, man. You know what it is. Straight movie out here. But this is looking really good so far. Let me see if there's anything else.
What up?
Yo, what up? Let me see. Let me get the comments on screen real quick. Boom. There we go. Now you can see them in the corner.
I bet.
Oh.
Also wanted to say real quickly, I just think they like at this point in stage in like the video game industry, like niggas gotta start doing crossplay more. Like that almost gotta be a standard, bro. Like
no, it does. Cause for one, like it's only a benefit when you make a game crossplay because of how many other players get to play it. Plus, it's not like it's gonna cost anything extra besides like making sure that it's optimized for other servers. But like, no, you're right. Like, I think that crossplay definitely pays for itself, like with all of its costs and all that.
Yeah, right. The cost, like you getting a lot of ROI back off of it. Sure, you losing a little bit of money, but also everybody else is making money in it. And like you still got your own separate consoles. You still got your fucking exclusives or whatnot. You're gonna be making money. So like a lot of developers, the cross-platform it so they can make money off of their skins and their cosmetics and shit like that. Because if you don't, like, you restricting the game, like, just to be on certain consoles. It's just like, it's at this point, I got it during like, the up until the PS3, Xbox 360 era. After that, I was just like, yo, look, just give it up, bro. Like, give it up.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And honestly, like, I think what I enjoy most about this so far, like, you're mad knowledgeable about the ins and outs of this stuff, bro. Like, did you, like, by any chance, did you like research like game development, or were you ever like interested in developing games?
Well, fun fact, like, yeah, when I first was going to college, that was my initial like thing that I wanted to do was game development. But one thing led into another because they didn't have it at that college at the time. So like I ended up doing multimedia programming, multimedia arts, video art technology, and then I landed in animation and motion graphics. Thank God I didn't lose all my credits for switching so many fucking majors. Because they was all in the media department, but
word.
Yeah, so I ended up really getting passionate about animation over time and shit like that. But like in terms of like research, that's one thing that I do with all my content. Like I research everything, like whatever I'm gonna make a case on, like a debate, whatever you want to call it. Like I'm gonna do the research on, like, because that, like, how I structure my content, like Gas and Trash is more like of a rating, but when it comes to like a Let Clutch Cook, it's more like me giving flowers some shit. Like you'll never find a Let Clutch Cook video of me just tearing some shit down. If I don't like some shit, I'm not gonna talk about it or whatnot, unless like there's special cases. Like if I'm like let's say if like I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil franchise, I'm a huge fan of that. So if they would have came, all this anticipation that I've been doing for Resident Evil 9, if it would have been a flop, I would have probably had a few words for it or whatnot because of the history.
That's fair.
And shit like that. But for the most part, for example, the Supergirl movie. Supergirl movie, it didn't hit as people wanted to. I don't call it a bad movie, but it wasn't the best superhero movie, especially with Rick Brandon Day Out. So like, I'm not gonna make a video on it. I ain't got nothing to say nice about it. So I'm not gonna speak on it. So that's how I like to, approach my content or whatnot.
Oh no, that's powerful. Cause honestly, I feel like a lot of times, like when you see, like I'll see creators that like put out content about like a hot topic, but instead of adding to the conversation, they end up like talking in a way to where it's only meant to like rage bait. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, especially with the Mushoku Tensei discourse that's been going on, a lot of it has just been like, oh, Rudy's didn't do anything bad, and or like trying to intellectualize what he did or whatever. And I think that it's important to like as a content creator to say, one, all content doesn't have to be like, oh, like if you're gonna speak on a hot topic, you don't have to just be like, oh, team A or team B. You could just give an overall perspective of the situation. And also, I feel like a lot of times content creation is often limited to just like, oh yeah, I got to be for this or I got to be against it. And it can't be just like, not saying something in the middle, but it can't be something, like, it can't be something like more like enlightening on the overall of it all. You know what I'm saying? And it really gets the full scope of what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that's very important.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Like you said, y'all both know we're not gonna lie down. This is a good parent right now. She said, "This person don't play with." Like, I do. Like, that to Lizzie's point. Like, when I like part of my structure when I do my content, it's just like I have a script. Like, I'll have a script of what I'm gonna say before I say what I do. Like, I practice the rhythm, pacing, whatever the case may be. Like, all those I'm very obsessed with content creation. Like I tell my friends that people know that around me in my village and the things that I'm doing, like in like my Discord server and shit like that. Like, yeah, like I play video games and shit like that, but for the most
Mhm.
part, I'm obsessed with this shit. Like from the editing to the pacing and shit like that, and to the writing notes. So like when it comes to like having debates and stuff like that, I had to learn this with myself over time and talking to my friends and like having spats back and forth, whatever case may be. It was just like
Right.
a lot. What I noticed about my content, and I guess that it hits and it resonates with people, is that like if I'm at first I used to like be in this weird place because I hated debating. I thought I hated debating, and it was just like because it would get like emotional and things
It
like that.
does.
So, but that wasn't the reason I hated debating. I noticed over time, especially like
Mhm.
now, as if recent, I don't like debates that don't have a criteria. And all my content that I do, that shit has to have criteria.
Makes sense.
If the person, if I'm gonna say why this person is better than this person, or why I think this person is the best, or why I think this is good, or why I think this is underrated, I'm gonna have X, Y, and Z. Like if like for example, if when I was talking about Spider-Man, no
Right.
disrespect to Toby. I love Toby.
Of
He
course.
paved the way. Like
Oh, for sure.
first movie I consider good. It was a good movie.
Right.
Second movie, masterpiece. 3, diverse. I think we do revisionist history on that. So
Okay, that's fair.
so when we talk about who's the best live action Spider-Man, I gotta have I have this criteria. Like
What's the criteria?
the antagonist, protagonist,
Mhm.
love interest, cinematography, like the if this one gets a little tricky is because
Right.
no, I'm gonna just say chemistry.
Cool. Yeah, that's fair. Like if it like chemistry as in like does the audience vibe with the movie, or chemistry as in does everything vibe together like within the film?
Yeah, it like vibe in the kind of both. So
Mhm.
like, and also to add to that, how good is you as Peter Parker? How as good as you as Spider-Man as well? Those both count or
Oh, for
whatnot.
sure.
So when I'm breaking this down, and it's not to
Right.
tear another person down, I'm like, look, Tom got 4 movies.
He
Like
does go for.
he had 4 right now. We debate. Arguably, his 2 best right now is Brand New Day and No Way Home. I like the other 2. Personally,
I gotta agree.
The other 2 people want to go back and forth with it, but it was just like he had Michael Keaton in the first movie and shit like that, and they want to go to the people who say that Tom had a lot of help because of the cinematic universe and the to Tony Stark being Iron Man Jr. and shit like that. Like that's a fair criticism. But
Very
if
fair.
we're gonna make that criticism, we gotta keep it consistent. So I'm saying, okay, let's go look back at the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. Who smoked they role more? William Dafoe or Tobey Maguire?
I'll admit, William Dafoe was definitely carrying that movie on his back. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't have nobody sit here and look me in the eye and say, yo, Toby was a better Spider-Man than William Dafoe was a better Green Goblin. I will call you out on your bullshit. So if you give me that point, that the point stands that it's okay to have other people around you to uplift you. And
for sure.
to go back to the Iron Man Jr. shit, this is why the 4th movie is so important. By the time we get to each movie, they separated something from. I mean, they took away something from Tom. They was taking away. So by the time we get to the 4th movie, he literally has nothing. And so now we get to the comic book accurate Spider-Man. The fighting scenes, the cinematography, homage to the comic books, homage to the Insomniac Spider-Man games. That shit, the Brand New Day shit when they with Jean Grey. That introducing the MCU and stuff like that. Plus, he has Avengers appearances and stuff like that. So his resume, all I'm saying is that his resume is starting to get harder to like not look at. Like it's getting there. So it's just like on top of that, when we look at the love interest, I'm sorry. Niggas didn't like MJ in the Toby movies and shit like that. Niggas had a lot of hate for her. And that third movie they used Gwen Stacy as a plot device just to have this nigga chase her. And let's be fair. Whose chemistry is better on screen? Thomas and Zendaya or Toby and Kristen?
Yeah, no, Thomas and their hands. I ain't gonna lie. Like even when MJ didn't know like Peter in the Brand New Day movie, like you could tell that like there was still something. It just wasn't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like there was still something there, and for that to be the case, like nah, like I get what you mean.
So that's like another check mark on his point. So it's just like I'm just saying his resume is getting harder to look at. I mean, harder to not look at.
Right.
I respect what Toby's done for me, but
of course,
like I was telling niggas, it's Tom's turn, bro. It's Tom's turn.
I personally agree because I think like when I talk about this, when I talk about like the best Spider-Man debate, like I won't mostly focus on like who's the best Peter, who's the best Spider-Man, and I think that what happens is like with Toby, amazing, like an amazing Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. With Andrew Garfield. No, actually, no, other way around. Sorry. Toby was a great Peter. Garfield was a great Spider-Man, but Tom Holland has been the best of both, hands down.
Yes. Especially, and it shows in this movie when he's Peter, like he's down on his luck. He ain't got shit going on for him right now. He's still choosing to be good. He was the centerpiece of the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a while. Introducing the X-Men, the shit that he made, the gene splicer thing to nerf the shit, that's gonna open up a can of words for the X-Men. So that you gotta chalk it up to good writing. And another thing I want to add on that like criteria is longevity. Tom got 4 movies. When we talk, that's why I love Andrew. Andrew is my favorite at this but Andrew's my favorite because like I love the suit in TASM 2, and I love the chemistry that he had with Emma Stone, like as well.
Their chemistry was mad cute, and I'll admit, like TASM 2 was when he had like pretty much like the like very streamlined like tracksuit type shit, right?
Yeah, like the TASM 1 was like the first with the eyes were smaller, kind of yellowish and stuff like that, but the TASM 2 was like the most comic book accurate Spider-Man suit that I've ever seen on screen. That shit looks exactly like Ultimate Spider-Man, close to Tom McFarlane's run and whatnot. But the point I'm trying to make is like when it comes to these debates, criteria, bro. Like I don't mind criteria is just very important to me. I could spend all time talking about the Spider-Man shit, but I do it all the time. So like when it comes to like content and shit like that, I always like think of like what I'm gonna do in about 6 shots, how I'm gonna break this shit down, entertaining, do my research behind it, but also like make sure I have points to be able to go back and forth with. And if somebody does like say a point that's interesting or whatnot, I concede or whatnot. I'm not above that. So it's just like But most people, I don't like debating people who's gonna keep moving the goalposts. If you keep doing that, then I'm just like I'm going to totally you out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and that's very fair. And honestly, I think you made a really good point speaking about like your creation process, specifically about how you don't make content that is meant to be antagonistic, but you are prepared for a back and forth. Like you don't like you're gonna show love to the Warriors, but if someone's like, "Oh man, the Warriors suck because Rembrandt ain't boom boom boom," you can then say, "Nah, son, here's what you didn't remember about Rembrandt, boom boom boom." And I think that's beautiful because your content is something that actively, like, organically inspires like interaction, like an actual back and forth, and not just listening to respond and stuff like that. And that's one of the main reasons why I had to have you on, because like when I saw like your gas or trash videos, there was some stuff that I didn't agree with, but the way you would explain them, like I'm like, yo, like I really gotta eat that. I ain't gonna lie, like I really gotta think about that. And it's crazy how your videos are very much like fast paced, but it's also like there's still time to digest what you're saying after each point. And so I'm like, I definitely like watching your work as I make my own stuff. Like, not saying I'm trying to be the next Clutch, but like I definitely I'd be remiss to say that I don't definitely like see like elements of your work and say, you know what, I think I could try some of that in my work. You know what I'm saying? So no,
Absolutely.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying? You be cooking for a reason. There's some good ingredients to whatever you're cooking, bro.
I appreciate that.
Oh, for sure. Much love, you know what I'm saying? Give folks their flowers. Now, let me hit the next piece of news real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Marvel, and this is crazy right here because I've heard nothing but good things about the game so far. So when I heard this news, I was shocked. Marvel Token stumbles to mixed Steam reviews as miserable PC port complaints prompt response from Arc System Networks. So let's see. Besides the PSN requirements, there have been technical issues with the PC version of the game. So in this case, we got mixed reviews as players complained of PlayStation account requirements, anti-cheat roadblocks, and other technical issues. Let's see. So here's what I should love of the game. With a unique art style, roster of heroes and villains that include everyone from Spider-Man to Dr. Doom and the developers at Arc Systems behind it all, the new Marvel fighting game stood out as one of the most highly anticipated games of the year, which I wholeheartedly agree with because just off the design on Iron Man alone, the way they're just like, yo, let's make Iron Man a Gundam.
Right, yeah.
Right there. Chef's kiss, no notes, right? There is no good technical excuse for shutting out Linux here, one highly rated Steam review said. Referencing a lack of Linux support. And Easy Anti-Cheat already supports Proton when developers enable it, and games like Marvel Rivals prove that an online Marvel title can make that effort. Instead, Token treats Linux players as disposable before they even reach the player select screen. Now, to put a little more context into that, as a Linux user myself, actually, I'm running Linux right now. I run Casio OS. Okay. It's a gaming optimized operating system made by Linux. It's a flavor of Arch OS. A lot of issues that like Linux players face is that a lot of the stuff within the kernel for like Linux OSs often gets flagged by anti-cheat systems. And a lot of it is because like when it comes to Linux works like imagine you buy a car. Mm-hmm. Yeah, imagine you buy a car, but then you have to add all the parts that you want in the car. But like it's like that where it's like they'll give you the kernel, but then you have to design it up however you want to. Like I've had to use media drivers. I've had to fight with this thing to like have my camera show. It's worth it because like it's definitely worth it because it only uses as much resources as necessary, but it also has its drawbacks because of the lack of support for it. But so in this case, I can definitely attest to this for what they're saying about the anti-cheat stuff. But also what's crazy is that they're saying that 45 frames per second for a fighting game is embarrassing. If I can run Tekken and Street Fighter, I should be able to run this. Wow, that's heartbreaking actually. The issue related to PSN, meanwhile, is one player is expected to run into weeks before Token's launch date. Steam users noticed the fighting game would be blocked in more than 100 countries back in early July, with many putting the blame on. Yeah, a lot of them were putting the blame on Sony's requirement for PC players to create and link a PlayStation account. And in that case, I get that.
Yeah.
And like I just think in this case, what makes this situation so crazy is that like Marvel Token I've played 2 beta tests so far. I made Star-Lord. I threw Ghost Rider on the team. I play Storm, and I also play Captain America. So like I've seen the gameplay. I've played diverse characters, and it's good stuff. So for the PC release to be this bad, I'm like, yo, like these Token guys don't care. Like it looks like it's feeling like Sony doesn't care anymore, and it's heartbreaking to see because like especially after the issue with like physical games and stuff like that, this is just another nail in the coffin for real. Yeah. And it's cool that we're getting stuff like Phoenix Cyclops, I guess. But like, what's the point of getting Phoenix Cyclops if like the game's gonna run like shit on my PC? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. Yeah, and this is the classic developer versus business model issue because you know, as far as I believe, like developers don't really get that say so on like what's it going to drop on or whatnot. It's just like unless
True.
so for you want your game to come out, this shit is fire. You got Marvel backing you. You got people backing you. So when it comes to the actual game, yeah, you got Steam. It's a game like this you can't just really release on Steam because it's like it got too much gas behind it. So we know what Sony doing when it comes to being blocked by Xbox on this shit. So it's just like now you taking this hit from Sony because they have these weird security issues or like business models, and it's just like now as a developer you're suffering behind that because it's kind of above your pay grade at this point. Like, so I say all that to say is like you gotta keep releasing your DLC and whatnot. You can't like what you really gonna do or whatnot. Like you gonna hold off on it and lose your money. So it's just like it looked nasty, but it's just like this is what happens when like developer and like the business part they're not on the same page or whatnot. Shit like this happens.
And that makes sense because in this case, like you make a really good point to where like the DLC was already made and it was going to be released on a schedule anyways. But in this case, this is the schedule that we're already set to. So we gotta get this. You gotta get the shit off. Or else it's wasting away. The opportunity cost and shit like that. So I definitely get that. And I think in this case, what matters is that what's good is that Marvel Tokon is addressing it. They were just on Twitter talking about how they are actively investigating these reports and they want to keep the feedback coming in. So I wholeheartedly think that I hope that this stuff does get better because Marvel Tokon as a game should not be. I feel like it should not be held to the sins of the publisher of not the publisher but of Sony. It should not be held to Sony's sins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it should not. I agree. It should not be held to Sony's sins.
Yeah, and so in that case, hopefully it does get fixed. And then in this case, they're talking about how there's no telling about how Arc System Works plans to fix some of the more prominent issues with Token. But for now, the studio has published a statement encouraging players to continue leaving feedback as PC players experience performance issues. And in this case, I mean, before we get to the next piece of news, just off top, who would you want added to the roster? Can you see the list very well, or do you want me to zoom in?
Yeah, I can see the list. Nightcrawler would be interesting. Gambit. I would like Daredevil in there too. Like,
no, that's fair. Honestly, I'm like, it's mad bias, but like Doctor Strange. I'm a huge Doctor Strange fan. I main Doctor Strange in Marvel Rivals. I main the Doctor Strange in Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3. Even when I played Infinity for like 5 seconds, I played Doctor Strange. So I'd love to see Doctor Strange in the game, specifically because with his like variety of powers, he'd be great. He'd be a great like control character, especially given that we've got a lot of rushdowns like Wolverine. We got a lot of rushdowns like surprisingly Kamala Khan and stuff like that. I think that like characters like Doctor Strange will really help like set the balance to like get that zone and shit popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, for sure. He could definitely provide a lot of spacing.
Exactly. And the next piece of news is if you're not a Netflix subscriber, you should definitely be. Take-Two Boss teases Grand Theft Auto an extended look. And I ain't gonna lie. This right here, like, this is already rubbing me the wrong way because, like, of course, one of the motherfuckers behind the game is gonna say, "Yeah, you should watch this," and also the fact that we're getting trailers for a trailer, and that trailer is behind a paywall. I personally think it's setting a terrible precedent because, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if you're like a sneakerhead. And you're waiting in line just to see like the design for the next Jordans or whatever. That's like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of fucking stupid.
It is. No, it is. I wholeheartedly agree. They milking the fuck out of this.
Dead ass, they are, bro. Like they're dragging that shit, bro. But like in this case, Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 6 an extended look will hopefully give us the first proper gameplay reveal for GTA 6, and it will be exclusive to Netflix for 6 hours. This unprecedented marketing beat has drawn criticism from some who have said that Rockstar is effectively paywalling a video game trailer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see? Say, meanwhile, many questions remain. Is this an extended look along the lines of a standard gameplay trailer, a mini GTA 6 documentary, a Netflix show, something else entirely? Strauss Zelnick, boss of Rockstar parent company Take-Two, is keeping his cards close to his chest. But in a new interview with IGN, he said everyone will tune in regardless. Yeah, no, 6 hours is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Six. What could you possibly
6 hours a year? What are you going to talk about? Unless it's gameplay that I'm seeing, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what y'all was doing, how long it took, how many times you restarted. Nigga, y'all had all the time in the world. Nigga, just drop the fucking game already. And you fucking bumped up the price. You about to set a president's name's about to be $100 because your ass now. Nigga,
exactly. and then that's not even accounting for the fact that like this game won't even be on disc. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit's stupid. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, and I'm talking about like, I think Rockstar felt that a Netflix release would be a great way to show off this extended trailer. Zelnick told IGN without going into the specifics on the deal between the streamer and Rockstar itself. 6 hours later, it will be available on Rockstar's YouTube channel and I think ultimately on many other outlets. He continued, and I think that this is an example of Rockstar trying new things and marketing the title, and I hope that there is much more to come. Yeah, I'm saying that we really don't care. I gave up on like hoping for GTA 6 last year. Like I'm just like, bro, like because like I get like when you're like a game as big as Grand Theft Auto, like the value of like, you know, like setting people up, but like, dog, years. This is stupid. Like I just had to show this off real quick because like, I thought it was insane that they were putting this behind the paywall, and now their CEO is doubling down on that shit. GTA is a we'll believe it when we see it type shit. Yeah, we'll believe it when we see it, bro. Because it's almost like, this is gonna have basketball. It's gonna have like there was actually something funny, right? One of the there was an article. Let me look it up real quick. There was an article where like they're talking about how like GTA 6 was about to have like was pretty much like they were gonna get like they're talking about they're gonna have basketball in there. They're even talking about having like GTA 6 footage of like folks just getting freaky in that bitch. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they doing at this point. Like, bro, like I don't know what they doing at this point. But the
just a quick comment on it.
Yeah.
You know what they did?
What up?
They put themselves in a hole. They Kingdom Hearts themselves. Themselves hard. Like it's just like at this point, no matter what you do, like that game is going to get criticized. This is not going to be everybody's going to compare it to 5. They're going to be like, I don't think this game is going to be the best Grand Theft Auto game. And I just think it is because of time. Unless you do something that's going to fucking revolutionize the gaming industry. And like, I'm not going to forget who I'm talking about here. Because they've done it a couple times. Like I'm not
for sure.
Yeah, they've done it. If anybody but I don't know. I kind of seen this story before. Like, you know what I mean? So
no, that's very fair. Like, I think personally the biggest issue that I have with this is just the fact that Rockstar is very much like trying to milk this game for all it's worth. And it's not even like out of like, oh, like this game is just gonna be super exciting and super hype. They're clearly just trying to make money off this shit. Because it's like, who really cares about like the trailer at this point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that's a whole discussion at this point. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the last piece of gaming news, at least, is that layoffs hit staff at Crossfire developer That's No Moon. For those that don't know, there was a game that's supposed to be coming out called Crossfire. The shit looks fire. I'll show a little bit of gameplay of it.
Oh, let me see that. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I don't know what I did. Hang on. I'm trying. I don't think we'll be able to skip this one.
So
I don't know. The shit look good.
It do look good.
It looks like shout out Publix. Publix got some fire chicken. I ain't gonna lie. All right, cool. We on.
I did mention that a couple months back, Lizzie.
Yeah, like no, I think I remember when you did. Yeah, I remember when you mentioned that. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh shit!
Right. This game was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it does.
Let's see.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this is hostile. I ain't gonna lie. Oh. Oh yeah. I was in the island. I think she heard the island music in the background.
Oh yeah, they going crazy right now with my.
I was saying that was.
I know y'all heard all that.
I was hearing that the whole time, but like, I was like, no biggie. Like it's Harlem. Like I assume like this is New York. Like you know, it's what it's gonna be. Like I was not.
These niggas don't shut the fuck up out here. That's the problem, bro.
I was like, what ASAP Ferg say? New York don't know how to be quiet.
We don't know how to shut up, myself included.
Hey man, much love though, much love. I thought it was the trailer. My bad, it's the lesson.
My bad, Izzy, my bad.
Hey man, no, I was saying it's all islanders over here, man. It's all good. But so far for the Crossfire trailer, what I'm liking the most about it is the mix of like just straight up like basic military stuff with like the weird like essence we saw like in the middle of the gameplay so far. Like it's looking pretty good, and honestly, so what makes this so surprising is that the developer company That's No Moon was founded in 2021 with powerhouse developers from people like Naughty Dog and Infinity Ward. So like that's COD, that's Jack and Daxter, that's Uncharted.
The whole Uncharted series, yeah.
That's Last of Us. So you tell me you got power players like that in this doing this, and it's still liable to get laid off? Nah, Sun's not enough in my opinion.
Yeah, because this game looks good.
It looks really good. So in this case, Crossfire follows the journeys of enemy operators Layla Qasem and Delroy Cross as they fight for survival in a tenuous but temporary alliance. Layla's story begins during a routine reconnaissance mission in the Atlas Mountains that turns into a harrowing struggle in which she must confront her rigid worldview. Cross, described as a Tier 1 operator and elite member of Global Risk, is forced to convert his own beliefs during a mission for Sadara Biotech. That's pretty interesting. And I'll be honest, like, what I like the most about it is how, like, the game itself looks good and it's clearly got action in it, but there's still an emphasis on cover because like a good piece of the gameplay is people like sneaking and using stealth and like actively like getting low behind rocks and shit. And I think that I think that I like games like this because you can't cowboy that shit, and it's not some like, and it's not some like, and like the story has to actually make sense in this case. Like games like this, games like Ready or Not, I think are games that are actively going to like revolutionize. I think these are the games that are going to revolutionize the industry because these are games that give a more measured view of what it's like being in a gunfight. Like it's not like when you play like it's not like playing The Godfather and like you just standing out with your street sweeper. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta actually, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's yeah, and I think that's actively important. I think that's actively essential for like a more diverse gaming ecosystem. To be honest, how are you feeling about it? Especially as a developer yourself, of someone with a background in the game, how are you feeling about it?
Like I would call myself more of a producer these days. I haven't developed shit yet. I'm working on shit though. I'm working on it, but I do appreciate it. But no, to answer your question, I do to kind of piggyback off of the things you said when it comes to the gunfighting, the cover system. When we think about that, that's Naughty Dog's. That's Naughty Dog's MO when it comes to games like Uncharted. The covering system is amazing. The sneaking system is amazing. The gunfight is amazing. The and also the story for all 4 games. The story was pretty good. Same thing with their game, The Last of Us and stuff like that. Like, gameplay is amazing. Story is amazing. So when I think of this is like, it's like a jumbo of both of them with a very unique story in terms of basically 2 enemy operatives have a temporary alliance, man and woman or whatnot, and they gotta kind of face their bullshit. And then I think something pretty big is gonna happen at the end, whatever the case may be. But the point I'm trying to make, I like the setting. It's different from what we got from The Last of Us and the Uncharted series. The Uncharted series is more of like, tomb raiding and things like that. Last of Us is survival, zombies, all that extra shit. What if things that happen and this type? But this is like, in a good way, same case, different face.
Very much so.
So but I'm interested in the story and I'm interested in the gameplay. It's like also like I think this not to say this will be the whole brand of the gameplay, but it would be nice to see if, since this is a military type of game, can you pull off a successful multiplayer as well? Because for those niggas back in the day who had the PS3 and shit like that, that Uncharted 2 multiplayer wasn't that bad.
It was pretty good. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, so like, those are questions that I have. It has a lot of potential. That's what I say. It looks like a very interesting game. I just hope it doesn't get like restricted by one company, like by an exclusivity thing. Because
because this is something that I could play on Xbox or PS5. I ain't gonna lie. Like this is something that I could really get jiggy with, and I think that I have the highest hopes for it. And of course, these are one of the games for the Summer Game Fest. And so in this case, we're just gonna go straight through the anime news really fast. First piece of anime news is going to be. Hang on, let me see. Not this. Let's see what it is. I don't know why this ad is up in my face. Hang on. Not the that's the Anime News Network homepage. All right, here we go. Anime rankings for summer. This is through the entirety of July from the 1st to the 28th. Now, why is it doing that? Let me pause that. I don't know why. All right, there it is. Boom. So, the anime rankings. Now, this graph looks a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, that shit cooking me right now.
That's right. And so, the way it works is for each anime, we see where it was in its previous week and where it is now currently. Like, for example, I'll click the floor for like this series, Jadagar, A Witch in Mongolia. I need to watch this still because this looks super interesting, and plus it explores a culture I haven't looked at before, Mongolian culture.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is super interesting, and I like this graph specifically because it shows how animes are consumed by episode rather than just having overall blanket statements. It's just like you should see like you see series like One Piece, right? Where like you could swear One Piece was saving lives. One Piece was getting people out of the rubble in like emergency situations. Like One Piece was saving people's dogs apparently, right? But as you see, One Piece hasn't like none of the recent episodes of One Piece even touched number one. Its peak has been number 3. But what I love about this is that it shows how like you can have a series that's like popular in a macroscopic idea, but when you get to like the minutia of the episodes by episode reception, you see there's a lot of varying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's super interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Right. And so in that case,
I would use this to make some arguments. So, like to your point,
Right? If I was making an argument right now on some One Piece shit, because I fuck with One Piece, I ain't gonna lie, I'm on the boat.
One Piece is fine.
Number 3, that's still pretty high. Even it went down to 11 to number 11. When you put it in a grand scheme of things, this
Right.
anime has been going plus 20 years, and it's still able to crack the top 15, get to number 3 at that in episodes. That's a testament within itself. I make a whole argument off that.
Yeah. I mean, that's very fair. And I think that in this case, I think like just like the difference in scale as it moves around the list is also a testament to how long it's been around, because like it's kind of like how take for example like Beyonce as an artist has been around long enough to where there are works that you don't like that you don't like about Beyonce, but it doesn't impact her impact in the music genre. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And so usually what I'll do is I'll go through like the top 10 and just look into them a little bit and see what's going on. Like for example, we got number 1, we got Jadagar or Witch in Mongolia. And I usually just go through the synopsis of it real quick. And in this case, the synopsis here is pretty interesting. So look, this is how it looks. Looks pretty good actually. Looks well drawn. Like
I love the art style. I love the art style. It's very unique.
Yeah, like this reminds you of Ni no Kuni, like that game made by Ghibli. Like it gives me those type of feels. Like it's like this seems like a high quality Flash animation type situation. But the plot summary is: in the harem of the Khan, wisdom is beauty. The time, the 13th century. The place, Yekimongo Udis, the greatest empire in the world has ever known. The woman, Fatima, hailing from Persia, where medical technique and scientific knowledge has been perfected beyond all precedent. Fatima's desire for a stage where she can put her knowledge to work has brought her to the palace of the Mongols, where she falls under the wing of Torgen. I'm gonna say Torgen. Any Mongolians in the comments, let me know what I'm actually supposed to say. Or Torgen, sixth wife of Ogde, the second great Khan, a mighty woman with complicated feelings about the direction of the empire. These two women are the axle upon which the politics of the palace will and soon the world will turn. I'm fucking with it so far because, for one, any type of political anime is a breath of fresh air from the fan service slop that we usually get. Mm-hmm. 1. And then 2, the fact that this is a female-led cast is also great because, for one, let's be honest, I feel like a lot of times the reason why we get the poorly made women we do get in anime is because a lot of times these mangakas don't like. I won't say these mangakas don't have the best opinion, but I will say that it's like a lack of understanding. It's like when they put niggas in a TV show and it's just one nigga that's just got his hat backwards and he's like, "Yeah, son," or "What up, dog," or you know what I'm saying? Like, and they don't encapsulate like the complexity that is the black experience. I feel like it's the same way for the feminine experience in anime, and so I'm glad for works like these. Because it shows that you ain't got to be a bad bitch. You could just want to do medicine and shit. Shows like this, Apothecary Diaries and shit like that. That's what I love.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that, and I'm a big advocate for female-led roles too because
right.
I love a good female-led role. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of female-led roles, the next banger, Ghost in the Shell. Yep. The Ghost in the Shell, so this is this should be the remake The one that also includes Tony Weaver Jr. Shout out Tony Weaver Jr. You doing your thing, man?
Facts.
Big us to the GOAT one time, man. And so pretty much in this case, in the near future, technology has firmly taken root into society at large. Cybernetic implants are nothing uncommon, and robots roam as plentiful as humans, all connected through their quote-unquote ghosts to the electronic data streams of the internet. Major Makoto Kusanagi and the Public Security Section 9 find themselves in a constant battle with the newly created wave of technological terrorists and cyber hackers. But things take a turn once Makoto gets involved in a certain case involving an extremely dangerous ghost hacker nicknamed the Puppeteer. As she dives deeper and deeper into the limitless reality of the net to reach her own startling conclusions. So pretty much, for those that didn't feel the description I gave, imagine if Law and Order had a baby with Cyberpunk 2077. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it looks good, like very classic, very old school. Yeah, I'll get the new Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, that new joint. I'm thinking about checking that joint out. Now here's another female leg. Come on, ladies in the top 3. You know what it is, ladies in the top 3. We fucking lit. But in this case, we got the Saga of Tanya the Evil 2. High above the blood and mud-soaked trenches, a young girl pits herself against army mages in high-stakes aerial duels with bullets and spells and bayonets. Her name is Tanya de Gurchav, and she is the Devil of the Rhine, one of the greatest soldiers the Empire has ever seen. But inside her mind lives a ruthless, calculating ex-salaryman who enjoyed a peaceful life in Japan until he woke up in a war-torn world. Reborn as a destitute, orphaned girl with nothing to her name but memories of a previous life, Tanya will do whatever it takes to survive, even if she can only find it behind the barrel of a gun.
That's an interesting plot. I like it though.
And bro, when I tell you, like, Tanya be sliming niggas out. There was one episode where like she was beefing with this one girl, and like I think the one girl was an op. But long story short, she smokes her dad, takes his gun, and like either flexes it to her or smokes her with it. Something like that. Something happens. Pretty much she takes a nigga gun. It's very much like street shit, but war shit. So it's acceptable, I guess. It's honestly super interesting.
The world is dancing. I think I've seen this anime with my I've seen it with my mom Blue. My mom Blue and my homie Wiz. I'm like,
really? And what you just said, that scene, I think I've seen that scene too.
Yeah. No, like
Discord, yeah. She would.
Bro, when I tell you, she be sliming niggas, bro. But the next thing, is he up? Yep. Yeah, was obsessed with it. And then The World is Dancing. Let me see what that's about, because I haven't seen this one. Oh, okay. Let's see. In 1374, amid the turmoil of the northern and southern courts' long-running conflict, a boy named Oniyasu was born into a family of Sarugaku theater performers. He spends his days in a kind of quiet gloom, wondering why people dance. And then one day he witnesses a dance that he feels to be good, and everything begins to change. This is the story of the beautiful young boy who would one day shape the art of No and be remembered as Yami. It looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. Like it looks super clean. Is it something that I'd probably watch? Maybe not, just because like I can't even say that, because I do love a good historical piece. And then plus, especially like nowadays, I've been looking for more feel-good animes, because like I watch Hell's Paradise and shit, but like sometimes I need to know things are gonna be all right. Sometimes I just need to watch like Silver Spoon and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't just worry about the world being destroyed and shit.
Yeah.
I'll watch it for you. Please do. Yes, please do, Lizzie. Thank you so much. You're the GOAT, Lizzie, for real. But the next piece,
Samurai, yeah, that shit is good.
You heard? Okay, you want that? Okay, I'm about to highlight you about it.
I'll be giving my boy like, to me, I consider it as Fire Mid. Like
Fire Mid is crazy.
Cause like, until I see my young son really spark his shit, Cause him running and being close to death and everything, that shit is cool. But I need you to strike, my nigga, for real, my nigga. You running away too much from your responsibilities, my nigga. And that shit
I see. So like he should be like that, but he ain't like that.
Yeah, but I fuck with that. I fuck with that. The animation is clean. Like I ain't got
okay.
Animation is clean.
Wiz and Blue be putting clutch onto certain shows too. Wiz control is well used. Okay, shout out Wiz. Hey, big ups Wiz. The control plug apparently. Right. But yeah, no. In this case, like I wholeheartedly think that this, like, it looked like it's giving very classic vibes. Like it's giving like Inuyasha type animation. Let's see. The boy escapes and becomes a hero. The story of a young boy that begins with the fall of the Kamakura Shogunate. After the fall of the Kamakura Shogunate, Hojo Tokiyuki, survivor of the Hojo family, races through a turbulent era. Okay, so it's like during it's like Sengoku-esque. Okay, I can, and it's adventure comedy. I could probably get jiggy with that. I'll probably check that bad boy out. But in this case, to go through the rest. Goodbye, Laura. Okay, give me Evangelion vibes, old school 90s anime type vibes. A mermaid makes a forbidden wish to be loved by a human. Following her death, she was reborn 200 years later into a modern-day Japan in Lake Biwa, where she learns to adjust to the human world. Okay, I can get jiggy with that. That seems a little cute. Okay. Though I am an inept villainess. In a kingdom inspired by historical China, 5 clans put forth their maidens as imperial consorts, but only one will be crowned empress. The frail and beautiful Ko Reihin, the so-called butterfly of the imperial court, is a shoo-in to marry the crown prince. But when court rat Shu Keigetsu lashes out at her during the glittering lantern festival, it is Reirin who wakes up in the dungeons, body swapped by her assailant to steal her position at court. Reirin's plight seems dire to everyone else. But now that she's got a robust new body, not even the looming threat of execution can stop her. Okay, I think I can get jiggy with like a body swap type shit.
Sound I ain't gonna lie.
Kaiju girl Caramelise. Okay. Suffering from a rare incurable illness that causes frightening changes to her body whenever she gets worked up. Loner Kuroe Kaishi spends her high school days avoiding her classmates, especially class idol Arata Minami and his groupies. But when Arata starts making her heart skip a beat with irritating irregularity, Kuroe soon discovers her illness that actually has a big make that monster secret. It's definitely a unique concept, but it feels like back in like the 80s when they would just like make up a concept to like throw actors in. Like, yeah. One day Scott Johnson eats a banana and then he becomes a monkey. Scott Johnson and the banana. Like, you know,
I feel like
it very much giving that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the I got chicken heads apparently. You and I are polar opposites. Okay, Brady Bunch. Okay, Brady Bunch, let's go.
Right.
Let's see. Suzuki has a desperate crush on Tani, a boy in her class, but she has no idea how to approach him. The two are on opposite ends of the class social hierarchy. She's loud and bubbly with lots of friends. He keeps to himself, barely responding when she talks to him. But when she finally gets over her feelings and admits her crush, it turns out that things aren't so hopeless after all. Okay, I watch this because I'm tired of those like drawn out romances where it's just like, oh yeah, we're about to like be a couple, but then a truck comes out of nowhere and just like gets in the middle of things and starts an argument and shit. Like I'm tired of those like long drawn out romances. Just get to the point where they're happy and together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah. Nah, I ain't mad at it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like let's hope nothing like crazy like that happens. But last one is Cleva Tess. Okay. Ooh. Oh yeah. This some Saturday morning shit for real. Oh yeah. This would have been on. This would have been on Foxbox. If you for my real niggas know about Foxbox.
Right. Facts. Oh my god.
All right. Kids WB type shit Saturday morning, bro. Let's see. Oh wow. Themes: aristocracy, dark fantasy, factions, gore, knights, magical creatures, magical items, medieval monsters, power struggle, resurrection, revenge, royalty, school. Social commentary, sorcery, tragedy, transformations, wizards.
This is
Interesting.
up on my alley. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it looked kind of good.
Yeah.
The hero was slain, the king was felled, and the child of fate was seized. Cleopatus, the lord of dark beasts, it was blessed with both peerless strength and superhuman intellect, raged at the 13 heroes who felled him and vowed to wipe humanity out. Instead, he has found himself saddled with a terrible burden, a newborn human baby. What the fuck? I'm sorry, what? We need a lot more, son.
Yo, whoever wrote that shit, they gotta get fired. I ain't gonna lie.
Dead ass. Dead ass. We got because it looks hard as shit, and the first part's great. But oh yeah, now this guy's coming back for revenge. He's gonna do some crazy shit. Nope, he just like it was like one day a dark lord gets imprisoned by 13 heroes. Now he has to raise a baby. Coming this summer, it's the darkness. Like what the fuck is this? Don't get this South Park ass plot out of my face. But yeah, I just usually go through the top 10 real quick because like everything else gets like real crazy, and I'm not touching Mushoku Tensei. But yeah. But the next piece of news is Madoka Magica. Jesus Christ, hang on. Let me take a breath. Ooh, I have not worked on my German in a while. Walpurgisnacht. Rising anime film gets IMAX screenings. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you are trying to watch the new Puella Madoka Magica movie, Walpurgisnacht, you can do so in theaters very soon. So it's been announced Friday that the film will be released in Japan. In Japan. So get them plane tickets ready, y'all. Get it popping. Get your points up. Get your points up. All my Madoka Magica fans, including Lizzie, apparently. Get your points up. Fly out real quick. The returning cast. Let me see. We got Aoyuki as Madoka, Chiwa as Homura, Chiwa Saito as Homura, Kari Mizuhashi as Mami, Eri Kitamura as Sayaka, Ai Nonaka as Kyoko, Kana Asumi as Nagisa, and Emiri Kato as Kyubi. Let's see what Aoi's done besides this. Okay, Bob. Okay, Miss Bob. Okay. What's she doing? What's she in? Okay, she was in Fate Grand Order. She was in Sonic Voices as the voice for like the Avatar, I guess like the main character. She was in Inazuma 11, Phantasy Star Online. She was in a lot of Pokemon as Eevee.
Yeah.
She was Gwen Stacy in Into the Spider-Verse, the Japanese version.
Oh wow! And then she got mad Persona shit on her belt too, and Smash Bros Ultimate.
Oh yeah! Oh, she was for Futaba Sakura.
Yeah, she got some shit under her belt. I ain't gonna lie. Her list is long.
Yeah. Let me see. Chiwa Saito. What's she all about? Chiwa Saito was in Fate. Oh, she had a lot of Fate credits. She was in Xenoblade Chronicles. She was in Fullmetal Alchemist, Daughter of the Dusk and Prince of the Dawn. She was Hades and Aether Gazer. A lot of Senran Kagura references. Grand Blue Fantasy. She was in Devil Summoner Soul Hackers, Persona 3 Reload, and Persona 3. Okay.
Yeah, she got some stuff on the low.
Yeah. News. Is there about? Oh. All right, cool. Let me see. Oh, we got. Oh, she was Chill in Dragon's Quest X. She was in a lot of Gets Gaia, Quiz Magic Academy, and she was in a lot of Tales games.
She Legend of Zelda up there.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda. Yeah. The Ocarina of Time. Yeah, she was Navi in the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's getting her coins. Shout out to her.
All right.
Next piece of news. Weekly Shonen Jump magazine's print circulation falls below 1 million copies for the first time. The Japanese Publishers Association, JMPA, reported on Wednesday that print circulation for Shonen Jump fell to an average of 985,000 copies from April to June, marking the first time the magazine has fallen below 1 million copies in circulation. That I'll be honest, this is like that one kid in class that'd be like, "Oh, I didn't get a 100, guys. I got a 90." Like,
right? Like, we 15,000 copies. Niggas get five behind that.
Yeah, I was say like, ain't no niggas gonna be safe. Let me see. I just think it's it most likely is from Digital Access. I'm not gonna lie. The latest drop continues a steady decline in circulation that Jump has undergone in the last 12 years. The magazine had 1,290,417 copies. 290,407 copies in circulation in April, June of 2022, and then apparently it just kept dipping. The magazine's record circulation was 6.53 million in 1994 when it was serializing Dragon Ball, Slam Dunk, and other manga. Well, you know what that means, guys. Dragon Ball and Slam Dunk are the greatest mangas ever because they were literally carrying the company on their back. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, I won't get too much into it because a lot of it's like them just talking shop.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah. This is like they're just getting a lot of they're still getting hella reads for sure. But I think the last piece of news I have is that Sakamoto Days manga tops 18 million copies in circulation worldwide. See, Shonen Jump will be just fine. Sakamoto Days is carrying the whole thing on his back now. Let's see. The official X account of Yuto Suzuki's Sakamoto Days manga announced on Tuesday that the manga has exceeded 18 million copies. Hey, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Suzuki published a one-shot titled Sakamoto. Okay, that's cool. So the first season of the manga's anime adaptation premiered on affiliate channels in 2025 of January 11th. And the series also debuted on Netflix that day. So apparently, just shout out to Sakamoto Days. This goes to show, you know what I'm saying, you can do it, just put your mind to it. But now, let's get to the motherfucking reason we all are here.
Let's do it.
Now, Clutch, I know that you are a man who enjoys his lists. So I have put together 3 lists for you, and we're gonna rate them different ways. Let me see how I got it set up real quick. Okay, yep. So as you see, we have rappers from Harlem.
Oh God.
This is gonna be a list. This is gonna be Gas, Midoriya, or Trash. Then we have New York comic book characters, and as you see, there's people like Bert and Ernie, also Fry, Bender, and that is because Fry, Bender, because there's a Futurama comic as well as there's a Sesame Street comic, and I even put Percy Jackson in there.
Okay. All right.
And then the last list is what borough are they from? Where you will take these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You'll take these 13 video game characters and put them on a list of what borough would be from Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens, and of course the Bronx.
This is what.
So we gotta have fun today. So first, you're gonna start with the rappers from Harlem.
Okay.
First off on the list, we have, of course, one half of the amazing podcast. It Is What It Is, Killer Cam. Where you put him?
Oh man. The Cam.
Yeah, he's done so much for Harlem, man. He get me tight on his antics sometimes.
He do. I ain't gonna lie. He be wanting.
Yeah, when he went up against the Locks and shit like that, when he had that versus, he made Harlem look real bad.
Yeah. Oh my, yo! I ain't gonna lie, I was crying.
I was about to take a Harlem card for that, man. I was just like, nah, man. But what he got going on with Mace, his reconciliation with Mace and shit like that, and we got going on with the It Is What It Is podcast and what he's done for Harlem and shit like that. And, you know, him as a rapper and shit like that. I wasn't always a fan of, like, his bars all the time, but Cam could rap. So I'm going, just off the strength, I'm going to put him gas. He got to be gas.
That's gas. And honestly, understandable because, like, for me, for Cam, it's like, it's the confidence. Like, for someone to walk up to a mic,
all of confidence, my nigga.
Very much so. Like, for anybody to walk up to a mic with Paid Studio Time and talk about he had computers putin', and that shit's so like crack. Yeah, no, that nigga got it. That nigga got it, bro.
You know what it is? It's just like whenever people talk about, you know, myself and shit like that, dude, I told you like the Harlem shit like that. This niggas like paved the way and shit like that. I grew up watching niggas like that, so like. You gotta give niggas that type of respect.
Oh no, for sure. Nothing but respect. Yeah. Next on the list we have Lil Mama, the legend behind such hits as Lip Gloss and Shawty Get Loose.
I'm not gonna lie, like she get a lot of flack. I'm not gonna sit here and play trash and stuff like that. Like,
of course not.
I fuck with her, but I can't put her gas because she know like. I'm not gonna say I listen to Lil Mama track. She had a little run and whatnot, so I'll give her Midoriya.
That's fair ball. That's very fair ball.
Yeah, I mean,
next we have. Let me see if. Oh yeah, of course, we have the legendary Big L.
Come on, that's gas. Come on, stop playing with me, my nigga.
I had to make sure. That was a Harlem card check right there. I had to check your Harlem card real quick.
Come on, man.
And then of course we have the luckiest man in the universe for marrying Rihanna. AKA that pretty motherfucker, ASAP Rocky.
Pretty Flacco, gas. I ain't gonna lie,
he be wiping his ass off. I ain't gonna lie. That like he be making those like high school freestyle shits, but it's that Harlem confidence. Potato salad.
He got the Harlem confidence. You know, he also got a very unique fashion sense and whatnot.
Very unique.
Like I love his come up story, whatnot. I actually had some people that was kind of close to him or whatnot, you know. So
really?
Like, yeah, you know. So like, I don't want to get into the ins and outs of it because it's just like
that's real.
Started taking time. But like, I respect ASAP Rocky, and I like, yeah, he definitely down to Harlem. Sure.
Oh no, for sure. Shout out, man. Shout out to ASAP Rocky. And then of course we have none other than Dave East.
I fuck with Dave East. I fuck what he's trying to do.
Right.
You know, I got one of his songs in my playlist and shit like that. I really do fuck with him. I think he can rap, but if I'm gonna be honest, like I think he just did not hit his potential or where I feel like he could be.
That's fair.
Like I also understand he wants to act, so I think he should definitely keep doing that. Also the rap shit and whatnot. He got a podcast going on. So, but like. I'm not ready to put him gas yet with the other three, so he gotta go.
That's fair.
He gotta go mid.
That's very fair. Because I'll be honest, because for me, like I heard, like when I heard Dave East, his double XL freestyle, I was like, yep, he got me one of the ones. Then I saw him. Then I saw him in Wu-Tang as Method Man. And he did his shit. Oh my. Dog, that even when he did like when he did the Method Man, the Method Man scene where like he like hit the blunt and like coughed on the track, I was like, yes. I cried, bro. It was a good time. But of course, next we have none other than Q-Tip from the legendary group. Tribe Called Quest, yes.
Of course, guys, come on, man.
Yeah, that's very fine.
Off the respect.
Black Rob.
What he done for gas.
That's fair. Whoa, in general, like that shit was fine.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wait. ASAP has been recently lit for his community. He got recognized. Oh yeah, though, as one of the black politicians of Hollywood. Hey, shouts out ASAP Rocky being a politician. Right. All the truckers, yes, forever and a day. Yes, them boys is great. And then of course, here's a sleeper hit, y'all. the legendary Freaky Zeke of the Diplomat. Yeah, I had to give you Freaky Zeke.
Nah, man.
Yes, sir. Good old Freaky Zeke. Yes, sir. I had to get a D cut for you there.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to put him trash. I ain't gonna lie.
That's fair. Because I ain't gonna lie. I ain't like all love and respect to the Diplomats. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never heard no one ever say put on that Freaky Zeke.
No one saying play Freaky Zeke. So I'm sorry. Trash. Sorry, Freaky. Love you, Zeke. Freaky.
Yo, shout out Zeke one time, bro. Shout out Zeke. Hang on. Let me look this back up real quick. I forgot this guy. Let me see. I also made sure to have the top 30 list right here just in case. Let me see. Not this one. Where he at? No, not at the bottom of the list. There we go. Ferg was my key. Dougie Fresh. McGrath. I know he's near the bottom. There we go. Jay Mills. Jay Mills of Young Money fame.
Oh my God.
The legendary Jay Mills.
Trash is like it, man.
It's fair, but I ain't gonna lie. Cause and the crazy thing is, I think what makes Jay Mills like in that category is that cause right, Jay Mills was on that one Young Money track, Every Girl in the World, right?
And then after that, what happened?
Yeah, no, I say that to say this, right? Yeah. Everybody remembers Mac Main for dropping those egregious bars near the end of the song about Miley Cyrus and exchanging V cards and shit. Right. But niggas still hate Jay Mills. I'm like, yeah.
Right, you never gonna catch it. I'm sorry.
Yo, that shit looking fuzzy every time, bro. Bro, Mac Main, bro. That's a whole other story. But yeah, last person on the list, last but not least, of course, is none other than Murder Mace. Where are we putting him?
Hey, we gotta put Murder Mace, guys.
My man went from being to rapping, just having the game on lock for a second, retiring, doing the pastor shit, came back with the welcome back. That shit hit. That shit was gas. Then it went up, right? Then had beef with Dipset and whatnot, squashed that shit. Then got his podcast and whatnot. Mace was just a smooth nigga. He went toe to toe. He ain't give a fuck about niggas. He ain't give a fuck where you was from and shit like that. He is Harlem as Harlem gets. I ain't gonna hold you. I fuck with Mace. Mace is that nigga.
That is completely understandable. Hey, what that boy may say? We ain't your little niggas. Little niggas got big homies. We don't got big homies because we ain't little niggas.
Not little niggas.
That's how niggas feel out here, bro.
That shit real. That shit real
fun. I can't, nigga.
It's love, but you know what I'm saying? But no. So there we go. That's Rappers from Harlem as per the authority on the issue himself, Clutch. So it's set in stone now. Wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Next on the list is going to be New York comic book characters, gas, Midoriya, or trash. And we're starting off strong with the legendary Bender Bending Rodriguez. Yes, that is actually his middle name.
Right. I'm gonna give Bender gas off for the show. I haven't really read his comics, but I'm pretty sure it's funny too. So that's gas.
I know for sure the comics are pretty funny. They're full comics, like the books and all that. I think that what makes Bender such a gas character is that he's like a lot of people, especially nowadays on the internet, everyone tries to do the rage baiting. They're trolling. They're trying to get reactions out of niggas. Bender did that just smoothly. You could tell that Bender's gonna piss somebody off, but Bender's doing that because he's Bender. Bender's not trying to get at motherfuckers, or Futurama didn't write Bender, or Matt Groening didn't write Bender to be like an Eric. He's not like Eric Cartman. If anything, hot take, Bender paved the way for niggas like Eric Cartman. I'm gonna say hot take, nigga. Hot take. I ain't gonna lie. Without Bender, there would be no Eric Cartman. Even though like my timing is probably horribly off on that. I don't care. Whole chest out, nigga. I'm saying that shit. Entire chest out. I'm on my Harlem shit, nigga. I'm from Long Island. I'm from Harlem today, nigga. Nigga. But of course, next we've got Bert and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie, I haven't really read comic off these niggas, and I'm like, a Sesame Street comic. I ain't gonna lie, throw that shit in the trash. I ain't gonna.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's very fair because like with Sesame Street, they're like comic books. They're more comic strips. They're like in the newspaper and stuff like that during the 1970s.
Yeah. Okay.
But of course, next we've got Brooklyn's finest, Captain America.
Come on, I got some Captain America comics in the back of my wall. Throw that shit in the gas category. Come on, man.
Gas category. Let's go. Then of course, next. Hang on, I forgot who is this guy right here. It's a little dark. Let me see.
It is a little dark. I'm trying to see.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm right. That should be. No, I don't know who this nigga. What? Where did I get this nigga from? Hang on. Let me go back to my list. See, this is why it's always important to have lists, kids. All right. Let me see. Comic characters. Because I was trying to look up specifically comic characters from Harlem. Because I was gonna add Luke Cage to the list, but. Not Spawn, not Fantastic Four, not Gargoyles, not any of that. No. Dang it. Where in the world did I get this nigga from? Not superheroes. Should have been fictional characters. Gosh darn it. Hang on, let me see. You know what? In this case, because I don't even know who this nigga is, automatically trash. We keep that shit moving. I'll research that nigga later. Next, we have, of course, representing Greenwich Village, the hardest part of New York, nigga. It's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, come on. Dr. Gas, come on.
Let's go. Then, of course, we got Dr. Manhattan in the building.
Dr. Gas as well. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't know why the picture cut off his head. That shit kind of weird. But of course, next we've got the Remy Ma before Remy Ma. The Nicki Minaj before Nicki Minaj. Harley Quinn, where are we putting her?
Oh man, I gotta give her gas. I love her, like her comic, her whole debut.
Oh, my bad.
Oh good. Her whole debut in hold on, give me 1 second, bro.
Take your time, man.
Okay, I'm back. My fault.
Oh, cool. We good. Okay, cool. Bet.
Yeah. I was just saying Harley Quinn. I just love how she debuted in that Batman animated series, and she got well reception, and then she just had her own solo run in a couple comics, and then she went from being her with Joker, then she got with Ivy, and then she stood on her own. And she's a very interesting character, and I love when the right writer is in her hands because she's just very fun and interesting.
I know for sure, and I think if anything, Harley Quinn is one of the best examples of a female antagonist done right. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Yeah, from female antagonist turned anti-hero kind of.
Exactly.
So it's a very interesting character arc she has.
No, very much so. And in this case, of course, we've got Iron Fist.
Oh, Iron Fist, Iron Gas. Come on, yeah.
Let us see it. No Midoriya yet. Percy Jackson.
I ain't gonna lie, I've only read one of them, and I fuck with Percy Jackson, so I'm gonna give him gas anyway. I fuck with Percy Jackson.
Dang, off the shirt the one. Damn, Percy getting it.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Yep. Good old Jack Ryan. Where we at?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not just cause as a character, he a little simpish to me, so I'm gonna have to give him. This is not fuck with about Fry. Give him trash. I ain't gonna lie. Give him trash.
that's fair. And he's like the way I see it, Fry is like a grown up Bart or a younger Homer Simpson. So I give him that. I give him that charm aspect. But I ain't gonna lie. Besides him being in love with Leela and all that, yeah. Now we've got Spawn.
Oh, gas! I love that nigga.
Yeah, I'll say, hey. And then of course we've got and then we got Green Goblin.
Green Goblin, Green Gas, one of the best Spider-Man's best antagonists.
And then finally we have Daredevil.
Oh my God, yo, Sean, I ain't gonna lie. The Daredevil series on Netflix is what got me into the comics. That's gas. I love that shit way back when that shit first dropped. That's when I started reading Daredevil comics heavy, bro.
That's fair.
With Daredevil, bro. Him, Elektra, street level heroes and shit like that. Got into the Punisher behind that, the Defenders and stuff like that. Not just from the series, Netflix series, stuff like that. I've read like from the Ultimate Universe to 616. To like one-offs for Spider-Man, to team-ups, to Shadowland, all that, my nigga. That shit is
okay.
awesome.
See you. That's what I'm talking. He official. He stands in the streets. Yo, Marvel, talk to my man's nicely, bro. Cut the check. Cut the check, bro.
Yeah, man. I love good street level heroes, bro.
But yeah, this is the list right here, and honestly, it makes sense. I rock with it, honestly, and the fact that there's no Midoriya, like, just straight conviction. I love it.
It was either gas or trash, nothing in the middle.
I like that. That's how you know it's real. But now we have which borough are they from? In this game, I'm gonna give you a video game character, and you're gonna tell me which borough energy they give off. And of course, we start off with Ezio Auditore da Firenze from Assassin's Creed.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, he definitely up in the heights, and so he up in Manhattan. I ain't gonna hold you. He ain't in Harlem. He in the heights. Sonic,
I got you. Sonic.
Oh, man. Yeah, like that's an interesting question because like he ain't high maintenance, but he like where the shits be at.
Right.
So he'll be somewhere between like Brooklyn or Harlem, but I'm gonna give him he be in Harlem. He be good at Harlem.
So all right, so that's Manhattan.
Yeah, man.
Gotcha. So in that case, we got Link.
I ain't gonna lie, Link. He valid out here, but he definitely because he always with the smoke. He don't give a fuck what's going on. He from Brooklyn. I ain't gonna lie.
He from Brooklyn. He BK. Hang on, wait. Oh, there we go. Boom. And then next we have, of course, Mario Jumpman Mario.
We're gonna stick to the continuity of the actual games. The nigga from actually Brooklyn, so he from Brooklyn.
I got you. Hang on, wait. Don't embarrass me in front of our guests. There we go. Boom. And then let me just extend this a little bit. And all right, next we have Kratos from God of War.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. He got a hard childhood. Like that nigga from the Bronx. I ain't gonna lie. And I said that he just with all the smoke, all the crazy shit, all the fuck shit that go on in Kratos and his family and Weez did or whatnot. That's definitely Bronx shit right there.
That's Bronx shit. Got you. That's that Bronx shit. All right, next we've got Dante from Devil May Cry.
Dante's valid and shit like that. He not no high maintenance nigga, so he either somewhere in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, or he's somewhere in Queens. I can see him more than in Queens. He a Queens type of nigga.
All right, that's fair. He in Queens. And also it's funny because like in the Netflix series, they had that he was from they had that he was from Brooklyn.
Oh wow! Oh really? Oh wow!
Yeah. But of course, that's a Netflix series, and a lot of people don't agree with it.
I fuck with the Netflix series.
I do. I also do. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. So but honestly, we'll see because we're about to get to the Ninja Turtles, and that's a whole other thing in and of itself. Right. Chun-Li,
she want to stay away from. I mean, like
she's with the shit if she has to be.
She's also a cop.
Like, yeah, she's also a cop, so I think she want to stay away from the bullshit. And she remind me, like, if I had to compare to rappers, anything like that, hella respect, but away from everything, really not by choice. It's kind of like Wu-Tang, so she got to be from Staten Island.
That's fair. That's very fair. That's completely understandable. In that case, we've got Leon S. Kennedy.
I love Leon. He's one of my favorite protagonists. He ain't just no regular high maintenance of Manhattan. He grew up, he been on some shit, but he's also, when you look at his background, he's a cop or whatnot, but he also grew up from, I would say, Leon's that pretty boy from Brooklyn.
Yeah, pretty boy from Brooklyn. Okay,
Like,
okay.
Who could blend in Manhattan and shit like that, but that nigga could scrap or whatnot. He not
That
like
is true.
He not one of them regular white boys that you see in Manhattan and shit like that. That Leon, like, he invited to the cookout type shit. He fuck with the niggas and shit like that.
That is fair. He definitely do fuck with the niggas. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So in that case, Master Chief.
Master Chief. I ain't gonna lie. Like, with the smoke, always about the mission or whatnot. I think he's just like another one who's staying away from the bullshit, but is with the smoke. So he's either from Staten Island or Queens. So I'm gonna lean towards Staten Island.
Staten Island. Okay, he's Staten Island. Okay, I can see it. Like maybe he's like a retiree or something like that. All right, now here's where like this had to be done because we had discussions in the past about this other podcasts I've been on. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Which borough would they be from? Starting with Raphael. And why is it the Bronx?
Y'all know why it's the Bronx, and you already know your answer.
This nigga breathes violence, bro. Also, I remember Raphael just reminded me the other person from the other list. This guy, hang on, broski here. This is supposed to be Casey Jones.
Casey Jones. He got a nice, good old Midoriya. He got a good old Midoriya.
There we go. Finally, we got one mid. But yeah, I was trying to think. I was trying to remember. But yeah, that sparked my memory. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, this nigga's David from the Bronx. Now, Mikey, Mikey's way too interesting for Staten Island. He is.
Mikey's the artsy one out the group. The one who when I think of Mikey, I think he's dead ass from Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Like around that.
That area. Makes sense. He knows what niggas be on, like when they be hanging out in front of the steps, but he also not a part of that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Now Leonardo, I ain't gonna lie. Leonardo, I feel like Queens. But what you feeling?
I see Queens is a good answer. Let's do process of elimination. And let's go by his personality. He's the leader. He's a simple person. He doesn't like flashy shit. You know what I mean? So when we put that in criteria, we taking out the Bronx. It's mad ratchet and nasty. we taking out Brooklyn because Brooklyn is like it's too diverse and it's just too much going on for him.
Oh, because it's looking like it's looking like either Manhattan or Staten Island.
Manhattan, I wanted to go Manhattan, but Manhattan based on like if we throw employment, he's not gonna have the highest paying salary and shit like that. So it's expensive to live in Manhattan, and he's more of a simple person. So he can live in a studio. He'll be fine. So It's somewhere between Staten Island and Queens. So I think it boils down to being cost effective and what has the most cost effective and what's the most quiet around his neighborhood. So, and also if we're going to factor into getting, he has discipline. So him getting up 2 hours early to get to his job or 3 hours early, that's not going to really bother him like most people because he's a very disciplined individual. So I think I'm going to lean towards Staten Island because it's probably going to be the most cost effective.
That's fair.
And the commute is not too much of a factor for him due to his discipline.
That is fair. I can agree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah. And in this case, now with Donnie. Where's that Donnie?
See, Donnie's, if we break down the criteria like I just did for like Leonardo, he's a bit more interesting because he is the smartest one out the group. So therefore, I'm going to equate to his smartness to having a higher paying salary out of the three. He doesn't live too flashy, so he doesn't need everything. But he's gonna win. He's gonna want to have a nice apartment to go with his tech and shit like that. So we're gonna eliminate the Bronx.
Of course.
Brooklyn is viable. Manhattan, he could probably afford, but he probably don't want to be on because it's a little too fast.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lean somewhere between Brooklyn or Queens. I think if we're gonna put Donnie in Brooklyn, it gives him a reason to be next to his brother, next to family. So I'm probably gonna put him towards Brooklyn or whatnot.
That's fair. And honestly, like, okay, wait, my bad. I don't know why I keep acting like this. Hang on, let me just move this around. Hang on, let me make some more space. No, he's not gonna. No, we're talking about the Bronx real fast. Don't worry, he's not. He won't make it there. he won't make it in the Bronx. Ah, gosh darn it! I don't know why it's acting so weird. Oh, there we go. Boom. Yeah. So that makes if anything, I like this because for one, I think that like Donnie and Mikey have a particular relationship, given that they're the youngest, so they get each other a lot more, and I think that also them both being in Brooklyn. I like the way you put that because it adds a bit more because it also highlights how Brooklyn is a place where it's artsy, but it's also a STEM central type area. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
And also, I think that I like how you put Leo in Staten Island specifically because of his discipline. Like Bronx makes the most sense for Raphael because of not only because he breeds violence, but also because the Bronx is a place where the Bronx is a place where you turn mud to gold, pretty much.
Yes.
The home of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? This is where folks is out here this is the home of breakdancing in general. You know what I'm saying? This is where people get their start.
Yes, he embodies.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
very much. And then I see with Mikey and Donnie how they very much embody the hustle and bustle, not the hustle and bustle, but the enterprise that is Brooklyn for sure.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, I like this list for sure because I think that, especially coming from a New Yorker like yourself, because for me, like I said, I was born in Long Island, and then I didn't stay there very long, and I've been living in Florida ever since. But I think that in your case, you very much, I think your considerations are very much like they aren't just based off of New York stereotypes. You weren't just cat-sized rat, put it there, ha, Metro bus. Dollar pizza, ha ha ha. No, you were I like that. This is actually considering stuff like that, and this is why we had to have you on, bro. And in that case, no, for sure. And now we can get to the real questions at hand. First question has to be, because I've been curious about this ever since I saw your content, and I think I have a good reason. I have a good understanding from just talking to you about what you enjoy. But my first question has to be, what motivated you to have the name Clutch? Where did Clutch Boy Wonder come from?
Clutch Boy Wonder came from the original name Clutch came from my gaming days back in PS3, Xbox and stuff like that. But it's an irony in that situation because long story short, try not to make it too long, is that in gaming, I used to have a group of friends and stuff like that back in high school and shit like that. And I wasn't the best. I wasn't the worst, but I wasn't the best. And I always had two particular friends who will always be on the leaderboard, whether it be Halo, Call of Duty. A lot of people who were around me was just better than me in video games, whatever the case may be. But, but I still had the name Clutch. As I got to high school, I used to have being around a different circle, and then people kind of, would secretly make fun of that. But then I got to college, and then, right around high school, I would say my junior, senior years when I got into Batman comics, DC comics as a whole. Prior.
Oh.
Oh wait, there we go. We got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fault. I hit the wire, but
There you go.
yeah. So like before like then I used to read like a lot of like Marvel comics. Like I was a big like my start was the Ultimate Marvel Universe.
No,
But
that's
anyway, around high school, yeah, around like junior year, senior year high school, I was reading a lot of Batman comics. I got infested with the DC comics and the Batman family lore, the Bat family lore. Got obsessed with Robin, Dick Grayson, and Jason Todd particularly. I leaned more toward Dick Grayson because like just like how he handled things based on like my trials and tribulations in life, not having my parents and shit like that. Just how he handled his situations and stuff like that. So I wanted to become a Robin in college or whatnot. So I'll never forget, like I had got my first laptop with my financial aid or whatnot. And then,
those are the days.
Right, yeah. So like, this was the uTorrent days, the Pirates Bay days, pirated a bunch of Photoshop shit. So this was Photoshop. I photoshopped my first graphic art of me next to all the Robins and whatnot. I still got it to this day. It was nothing special. But in that, I added Boy Wonder to it. You know what I mean? Because like Boy Wonder's, the nickname of Robin or whatnot.
Yeah.
So like I wanted to be like have my own identity or whatnot. And one thing led to another. I really just kept going with that name in college or whatnot. I never steered away from it. Like I've had like other names in the past that I can't even probably really remember right now. We have to sit down to really remember it. But like I thought it was a stupid ass name at first. That's what's so funny. I didn't think niggas was gonna catch on to the name Boy Wonder. This is the first time I first went to a con in 2012 and shit like that. So like this is the first time like I'm getting immersed into the world of like, other people fuck with this shit too heavy. And I'm just like, oh, so like as time went on, like I get this question a lot. So it's just so funny with like I didn't think this name would go anywhere, but the meaning behind Clutch is like the irony is it like I have it as like I clutched it on a life situation in terms of like, I didn't have my biological father growing up. My mom, she struggled with drugs and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
I lived with my aunt. So like my aunt had a lot of family issues and stuff like that. So it's just like I had to go through a lot to graduate high school, to get to college, to graduate college or whatnot. So it's just like this is why I relate to niggas like Naruto, Asta, Dick Grayson. It's just like, yeah, like these niggas had every right to like go left and they didn't because they just it just can't explain it to something that's in them that want to do good, have a dream to chase a goal. So like when niggas talk about that, like shonen is a genre, like for like protagonists for little boys or whatnot, I might still be that little boy that's chasing that dream and stuff like that, but like look what I've done. When I look back and I've seen what I've done and the impact that I've made, which I fuck with this shonen nigga that like that y'all be hating the loud MC or whatnot, whatever the case may be. It's just like the reason I love these niggas is because nobody believes them at first. And trust me, I've come from making this content where I live, breathe, and I sleep, and I'm obsessed with this shit. When nobody was liking my shit, nobody was commenting on my shit, friends, family, and whatnot. So to get to where I'm at now, it's just like to see that turnaround. So when I watch Black Clover and Asta hit his certain moments, or Naruto hit his certain moments, or Shonen protect, that shit hit me on a different chord that like I think most niggas don't understand. A lot of niggas do, certain niggas do understand it, but it's just like that's what fuels me or whatnot. Like to keep making this content, to compete, to like really chase my dream and like tell my story the way I want to chase it or whatnot. So clutching it on a life situation and then being the first Black Robin that I've coined, being Clutch the Boy Wonder, that's how I came up with the name.
That's beautiful, dog. That's what it's all about, bro. Like
I appreciate
it. For sure. And like I think what makes that story so great is the fact that it explains so much. Like especially why you're so particular about your work, and it shows in how your work is consumed, and how your work is understood. It's like when you watch a Clutch video, there's nothing else to get but the fact that Clutch really loves this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
and I think, and I think and the fact that you are very much being like, yeah, this is my name because I really love this shit, and now we know why you love this shit. I think it just puts the icing on the cake, dog. Like that's amazing, bro.
Yeah, because it's like, although like a lot of shit is sitting around me, and although like I have a community that I'm consistently building with like-minded individuals, creators, and artists that like I try to help in any type of way, and we have community nights, a bunch of whole 9 yards. But the point I'm trying to make is that like me doing this shit is more than about me. These is for the niggas that cannot articulate themselves so well enough, like that be feeling the shit that I feel, that forgot about some shit that made them feel happy during times where shit was going hard in the household or whatnot. Because I remember playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Capcom vs. SNK, watching these animes while there was a lot of bullshit going on in the crib. The domestic violence, the fucking, the being treated like shit, like getting made fun, being called white for this shit or whatnot. So to see where this shit is now, where anime is oversaturated, where the movie, like Marvel movies are in a great space, where DC comic animations is fire. Yeah, you damn right I'm going to talk about this. And I don't give a fuck who is new to this shit, because like whoever's new to this shit, yeah, we the gatekeepers of this shit now. Like, is it people talk about gatekeeping and stuff like that, is bad and stuff like that? Yo, let me tell you something. Like, there's times where you do gotta gatekeep this shit. Yeah, shit could be oversaturated and stuff like that. I'm not saying check the person who has a Naruto shirt, like ask him about the first episode to have like that, but because you should be glad that someone's in the same space as you and you're able to have the conversation. There's levels and there's balances to this shit. But when it comes to like invading our space, like when you have that girl come DreamCon talk about anime and shit like that, it's like, respectfully, bitch, shut the fuck up. You came to our space where we like anime, we like comics, and you came here to get a lick and they ain't hit like that. You mad, get the fuck out of here. I ain't got no respect for shit like that. So if you gonna come into the community like that, yeah, we gotta keep this shit. Because we gotta keep shit like that out of here.
Dude, that's fair shit. I hope right here with it. For sure. Especially talking about the virtue of maintaining one's own space. I think it's also important because, especially talking about DreamCon and all the bullshit that happened at DreamCon, like the fact that you could have people who are like anti-black in a black nerd space is crazy. The fact that you have people dressed up as Frieza and call black Goku's monkeys and shit like that is insane to think about. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important now more than ever to secure these spaces. Yeah, because you're right. We are the gatekeepers. So in this case, like the old niggas, they gonna go on and do what they gotta do. But as a part of the new guard, we have to be ready to make those choices and say, yo, we're not with this shit, or we are with this shit, whatever. And no, I think you made a very powerful point. And I think that a lot of times you hear people say like, oh, anime saved my life or whatever, and they end up using it as like a justification for like them checking niggas for a Naruto shirt, but no one really. But like, I think you really emphasize how anime actually saves lives, how anime actually gets people out of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I salute to you for that, bro. Like,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Salute to you, bro.
Yeah, so I think it's just important. So to the people who's out here putting people on blast and shit like that, keep putting them on blast. Whenever they invading these spaces and they on bullshit, yeah, take pictures of them and put this shit on blast or whatnot, because we basically saying, nah, you're not welcome to do this shit. And I like how we're doing it in terms of no one's getting physical and shit like that.
Exactly.
You want to catch a lick and shit like that, we just gonna shame you and shit like that. We gonna make you feel unwelcome, kind of like how y'all did for us mad years and shit like that. But we ain't gotta talk about that.
Exactly.
So, like,
I know, and that's perfect. I like how even in that case, it's still civil. It's still like, and it's the right thing to do. Where it's like, yeah, if you're looking for this attention, you're gonna get this attention in the worst way possible. No one's gonna put hands on you. No one's gonna do nothing to you. But yeah, you're gonna understand that like there are rules to this shit. Same way if you're loud in the library, you got to get out. Same way if you're acting up in class, you got to get out because there is a culture, there's an understanding, there's an agreement you make when you enter that space because of the virtue of what that space provides. This space, like this anime shit, right? It provides solace, safety, peace, unity to people. And if you are in the way of that, niggas got to go for sure.
Right. That's a fact. And like, I think, you know, and I'm happy to see that we're able to do that as Black people, because even the space, it's not as big as DreamCon space, you know. But the village that I'm trying to build in my Discord community and things like that, I have my shit sectioned out differently for different things. I have a media team, I have a stream team, I have, you know, people who's just, you know, creators on a high level that just like I have good relationships with. We have people that's just in there to chill for the first time, and we have just people that's just there. So anyway, there's roles to this shit. There's levels of organization that I need to have, because like, and I'm a firm believer, if you're gonna create a space, a safe space, right, you must have organization. You gotta have rules, and sometimes, you know, when you create these rules and have organization, and you bring in new two people in the space, it might be like this defensive guard, and that's okay because we're human. But just know when you enter in this space, there's rules. There's like, you know, I have conversations with my there's certain people that I chill with on a day basis or weekly basis that we're still getting used to on how to keep the space control or whatnot. Past couple weeks, I've been going through it on like how to keep this space control, because like I don't want to. The more eyes you get on you is the more, you know, you want to bring people in the community, you want to grow. So it's just like, it's important to like set the example. And if people are right, you are who you hang out with. So if you enforce these rules with the people that you hang out with, and as the community grows, people will get used to that whatnot. But if you just come in here and not really following rules and just kicking your feet up and not really doing anything or whatever the case may be, it's not gonna go well. It's not. That's just disorganization. And I can't work in chaos. Can I work in organized chaos and shit like that? Absolutely. That's how my content look. But at the end of the day, when it comes to building a community, you dealing with mad different personalities. And when you're dealing with mad different personalities, there has to be organization and structure and rules in place. I'm a firm believer in that.
No, it's completely understandable. And I think that's important just off the nature of just like in any type of social space, because like with the library, for example, right? The rules of the library are meant to maintain what the library provides, which is information and, you know, like a space and a space to do what you got to do. And anything that disturbs that space, you got to deal with it. Also going to be a situation. And so I think it's great that you have that in your community and all that. And honestly, shout out to your village. Please, if you want to plug it real quick, plug it, man. Like, what's your village all about?
The village is about, like, you know what I mean, it's a Discord community. It's called the Hidden Dream Village, you know, and it's a community full of, you know, content creators, streamers, gamers, anime enthusiasts, comic book enthusiasts. People are a space where people is allowed to debate if they want to, put people on with new anime. We have watch parties. We have gaming community nights. We have different roles for different sections. Like if you stream heavy, we have a stream team that I could put you onto. Or if you like,
please.
Look, man, we could definitely talk about that in the background. I have another side called the media team called the Cutscene Clan, which I'm like very invested into right now because, you know, it's growing on that side, and it's full of dope ass content creators, whether it's animators, it's people who do podcasts, artists, you know, just like the whole 9 yards. And, you know, it's a group of people that I just want to make sure they get the best out of their content, and we just do dope things together and just continue to uplift each other, because creating content at a high level and doing that at a quality level, it is not the easiest thing in the world. And when you're doing it alone, so when you're doing it alone for a person that's done it alone, for me, it's just like it can get like sometimes mentally taxing. So part of the reason I create that, so we could do collabs sometimes or whatnot, give each other information. Collabs are not mandatory, you know. So like it's a village with a variety of things that's nerd and pop culture shit. And I like to see where it's going right now. I love the support. It's not like the most super lit community right now, but it is growing, and I love and I plan to grow it some more because it's something that I'm very invested into.
Oh no, and that's completely
yeah.
That's completely understandable. And I think if anything, like especially just from talking to you right now, like anyone who didn't understand like who Clutch is and what Clutch is passionate about, they're gonna get it from this episode for sure. They're gonna get it from watching this, from hearing you speak, because I interviewed plenty of people. I've interviewed CRT Craig. I've interviewed individuals like Misaki Princess, Drewski Cosplays, and even shout out Southside. But to hear the passion in like the anime community of like making that community, like making it safe like that, like not like you. You definitely got it, bro. Like for sure. And if there's anything that the links can do, like tag us in, bro. Please, like we're here for it.
Absolutely, I appreciate that, man. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Well, respect to you, plenty respect to you, man. Honestly, the second to last question I've got has to be top 5 anime in order.
Okay, off the head. This shit's
off the easy.
Off the easy. Naruto's always gonna be number 1. I'm sorry. Black Clover is really up there. I know I'm a shonen nigga, but bear with me. Ruby, I love Ruby because of what Monty Ohm has done for animation, 3D animation. God rest his soul. He died too young. He's my favorite animator of all time. What he's done for Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth would not be where they at right now if it was not for Monty Ohm. But Rooster Teeth has given a shot to his shit, and they carried his legacy. I love them 4 girls, Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. I love them. I could watch that shit over and over. I've studied them a lot when I was making my animation. That was the third one. So I said, Naruto. I said
Naruto.
Black Clover. I said Ruby. I'm gonna throw Samurai Champloo up there because of what it did for hip hop and anime at the same time, bro. It's just that shit bridged the fucking gap. Like
it really did.
And the animation still holds up today. A solid 24, 26 episodes. Not mad at it. I could go back and I could go back and watch it all the time, whether I'm taking a plane going somewhere or I'm fucking cleaning up in the crib and just throw that shit on. It's just like it's something so aesthetically pleasing about that anime and the music about it. That shit is it. And the fifth. What's gonna throw that 5th spot? Jesus Christ. I gotta really
I gotta think about this. Oh man. Death Note.
Death Note. I know niggas love Code Geass, but let me tell you something. There's no Death Note without. There's no Code Geass without Death Note. Death Note is one of the best animes that I've ever seen. That it is so psychologically thrilling and so anxiety induced, and them niggas never threw a punch. That was lyrical sparring at its finest, and you'll never find it again.
Like, that's fair. That's very fair. I ain't gonna lie. Like I think you made a really good point about like them never throwing a punch, because it's like it's really like imagine a series where like the real the danger isn't like, oh my gosh, this guy's gonna hit me with a super dope attack. It's like, oh my gosh, this guy's going to take me to grown people prison. It's like the fact that you can still feel that tension with like no Kamehameha waves and no Shinra Tenseis or not. Like it was, I'll admit, it was an anime in its own class. And I think that for one, I gotta say, the fact that you had Ruby on your top 5 is very much, I feel like that's very much like, it's very much a nod to your passion as an animator, for sure. Yes. Like that is a wow. Because especially I'll admit, I've had my commentary on Ruby just because it wasn't my cup of tea. But what I will say that I respect wholeheartedly about Ruby is how it took like fairy tales and it was like, yeah, let's make fairy tales badass. I ain't gonna lie. Like the fact that and I think a lot of people don't pick up on that because like the monsters are grim, right? Yeah. You got what? Little Red Riding Hood, Snow White, Goldilocks. And then I forgot Blake. I think it was like either like the Cheshire Cat or like there's like some specific story about her. But like you know what I'm saying? Like honestly, it's a fire concept. Were there some execution issues?
Absolutely. Ruby is not a perfect anime, but like I think that's what I think that's what also has my love from it because
coming from a person who went to college for animation, done these fucking models and making these characters, rigging them and shit like that. Like to see Monty Oum come where he came from, because before he got with Rooster Teeth, he was doing a series on YouTube called Dead Fantasy. Them shits go crazy. Like it still hold up till this day. He and what I loved about him is just like he was like me. Could I draw some shit? Yes. But I keep telling niggas, there's levels and variety to drawing in general. Like a nigga who can draw a still is not a nigga who can draw anime. A nigga who can draw anime characters is not a nigga who can animate. Like, and when it comes to animating, like 2D, when you break it down to the nitty gritty, moving pictures per second, frames per second, that is hard. I
can only imagine.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest techniques you will ever probably learn how to do in this world. So it's something that I didn't excel at. So 3D animation, you know, when you have more control over the computer, making a model, putting whatever on the model, and then adding bones to it and rigging it and doing the same concept as 2D animation, like basically frames per second, things of that nature, it opened up new doors. You know what I mean? That's that's how you got Toy Story and shit like that. But like what's so interesting about Monty Oum's story is that like before he even had these characters on the market and shit like that, he took these game characters. He had shit like Haloid, Samus versus Master Chief, had like these Final Fantasy characters fighting these Dead Lab characters, and the shit did numbers on YouTube back in the day. I think I was in college or so like to see where like him do that, him get noticed on YouTube by this upcoming company named Rooster Teeth. They got their own thing going on with Machinima, and they using a controller capture card with the fucking characters moving up and down in Halo when they talking like this and voice acting over it. That's when they got lined with Monty Oum. That's when that animation started to excel. And then that's when Rooster Teeth backed Monty Oum for his concept, and that's how Ruby came about. So it was kind of an equivalent exchange situation. The only crazy part is his legacy. Yeah, I mean, no, he died too early or whatnot and shit like that. So I know I'm going on a long wind about this, but like the reason man. Yeah, I appreciate that. The reason I fuck with him is because he did it alone. So like I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to anybody talking about doing shit alone, I'm not saying it's the way to do it, but I'm saying you can do it. And if you believe in yourself that much, somebody's going to notice you. He gives me so much inspiration as anime because to this day, his anime is still going. He's dead. His anime is still going, and to see the progression over time with the volumes, it got so good recently over the years. They had a 2D adaptation. I'm not sure if they continued with that, but still, it looks so fucking good. And I was just like, damn, I wish he was here to see this right now.
For sure, because I remember watching it from where it was to up until the point where like they had Yang fighting Tifa in Death Battle, and I'll admit like even if the concept never like glued to me like that, I could not say that I was not enthused watching it. Like even like I remember back when they only had the trailers for all the characters.
Yeah.
Every week I was there. So like like Ruby deserves its flowers and then some, bro. Like and I think like and I gotta see you. You know, you first, please.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, but to your point, that's when it comes to that part of the top 5, that is like my biasness when it comes to the anime and stuff like that, because of legacy, impact, one man, what he did, and how
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know for sure. Like, I mean, if anything, my top 5 is mostly older animes, because older animes back in the day, they had super dope messages. Like S. Cryed is a part of my top 5, and that anime right there, bro. You talk about an anime that's fuck the police. That's an anime that's fuck the police. Like that. Higai J, another anime that's critical of police work, and that talks about things like how local politics can affect crime statistics. Because imagine a police department where like the office is so broke, your police officer can only afford like 5 rounds a day.
Wow.
For the guns. And so from there, now the main character, and then from there you're thinking, oh man, how's this main character gonna stop criminals? But then you see the main character has an active relationship with the community that he lives in. So he doesn't have to pistol whip someone from information. He's talking to the local prostitutes, because the prostitutes most likely fucked the nigga that did it. So then from there, he's able to talk to the women of the evening and all that, and be like, "Yo, mom, what's up? Get the information he needs. Now we got the drop, whatever. And if he needs to, up-pole, he gonna up-pole. Because even more so, 5 shots means you only got 5 chances to get this nigga, when you really only need 1. And you you know what I'm saying? And so the same way that your top 5 talks about your passion for animation and stuff like that, my top 5 is definitely a top 5 that leans more towards political commentary, for sure. Big O's on my top 5, especially for its, that's more for how it was designed and shit like that. But I think that it's okay for your top 5 to show bias, because it is your top 5. Right. And I think that what matters the most is that your top 5 is a good understanding of you as a person, and I think you did that wonderfully with your top 5, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Much love, dude. And the thing, honestly, this whole episode, I was looking for an excuse to do a video game money spread and shit. But we would just straight up talking, just nothing but real shit, man. And I think that it's been a wonderful time. Yes. Yeah, no, and eventually we're gonna have you back on, and then also after this, we'll talk more about the Dream Village.
We'll definitely talk about that. Yeah,
and so in that case, man, without further ado, man, thank you so much for being on. Don't let this be your last time. Don't let your next time be your last time. Hopefully, I can catch you with my co-host too, because I know he's gonna love a lot of what you're saying. And you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Shout out, Lizzie. Shout out Lizzie. Shout out the lurkers. Shout out everybody that's been watching so far. Shout out everyone that's been showing love. This is a real New York nigga episode. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Long Island and Harlem linked up, baby. You know what I'm saying? We here,
You already know. Yeah. Put on the show when it's New York shit.
Exactly. Nothing but love, man. So in that case, on behalf of me and my other co-host, shout out to everybody here. And as always, it's peace, love. Fuck ICE and it's free pound sign to that shit backwards, baby. We out.